Hi, Eric Redbeard here, letting you know that Pro Wrestling Valier, Classic Championship Wrestling, and Seven Mountains Wrestling are uniting. Coming to the York Revolution Stadium, May 20th, 2023. See you there.
There we go. I tapped for sound.
All right, welcome everybody to 3beardz of
Tap for
Wrestling.
sound.
I'm your host Shane. Next to me is Flapjack Johnson, senior, I guess. And below him is the Mind of Mayhem, Corey Cross. What's up, guys?
It's me.
That's third.
Oh, what the fuck?
How you doing?
That one.
You know, we're going.
We're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is a beautiful day. It is Wrestling Monday. And are you ready for some excitement? Because everybody's ready. And this voiceover, if you are out there, get ready. I don't know what that was.
All right. Well, we'll go over the business that we need to take care of. Oops, I dropped my pen. Oh, well. Remember, guys, the month of March, Fort Knox will be giving free tryouts the whole entire month of March. So if you want to be a wrestler, manager, ref, or announcer, hit us up and get your free tryout in. Coming up, we have April 1st. It is PCWA in Sealing Grove. If you guys need tickets or information on the show, hit us up and we'll give that to you. April 8th, Seven Mountains Wrestling. We don't have a poster for it yet, but April 8th, Mr. Stacks Fitness Center. Next up will be April 22nd, Ultimate Wrestling Empire. I will be there. So we'll have a poster for next week. Again, April 22nd. At Dauphin County Technical School. And then following that, May 20th at the York Revolution Stadium, Corey's backyard. If you guys need tickets there, you saw in the beginning, Eric Redbeard will be wrestling Malcolm King. And just to throw this out here for now, our guest for next Monday will be Andy Header. So make sure you guys tune into that show too. Right before we bring our guest on, we'll do some recaps of this weekend that just passed. We'll start out with this match right here: DeMarcus Kane versus Ed House. Ed House won with a DQ, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Looks like truth serum.
That was a hard hitting match right there. I'm gonna tell you right now, them two big boys was going at it.
Following that, we are going to the Gabby Gilbert versus Valentina match, and Valentina came out on top on that one. Next up, Delicious versus J-Cat. J-Cat came up a little too short on that match.
He's small. It was a short joke. He's tiny.
I wasn't trying
He's
to make
tiny.
it great.
He's like 3'4".
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But hey, he still hits pretty hard. Next up, the team Big Nasty versus Kiesel's Army. Unfortunately, Big Nasty took the L.
Came up short. That's not a short joke. That's ability joke.
Not a short joke. Next up, the Matt Quay versus Andy Header, and Matt Quay took the victory on that one.
It was a 2 out of 3 falls, man. It was definitely well earned.
And next up, well, we don't have the advertisement for it, but there was a battle royal, and Violator took the win over that. Another ad we don't have is it was Ian Bush versus Izzy McCoy. Unfortunately, Ian lost to a girl, so Izzy McCoy took the double on that one.
That sucks.
Unfortunately.
Came up a little short. And last but not least, me versus Rob Notches.
Talk about coming up short.
You stabbed me in the head,
Yeah, I did stab you in the head.
and you put me through a table. What the? Whatever,
But
man. Whatever.
I did take the L on that one. So
Good. You stabbed me in the head.
yeah, you're right.
All three of us are losers right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
And our guest is a loser.
Definitely. So I think it's time to bring on our guest, Corey. You want to do the intro?
Ladies and gentlemen, 3beardz of Wrestling proudly brings to you the AXW Heavyweight Champion, the former Outbreak Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the Diamond of the Mest Brothers Dungeon, E.N. Bush.
What's up?
Was that good? Is that all right?
Yeah,
That was all right. There's no Dave Adams, but
I'm no Mary Beth. I'm sorry.
but I guess that makes 4 losers because that was real funny bringing that up.
Yeah, I mean,
Ours hurt, but yours burned.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Could be worse. Could be worse.
I think all of us kind of lost to a girl one time in our career. But it's all good. It's all good. It's professional wrestling. So
I've laid down many times for females.
Pause.
Yeah, right. Phrasing.
all right. So
Yeah.
let's jump into Ian. Let's hear how Ian Bush got his start in professional wrestling.
I really loved pro wrestling when I was younger. My brothers used to be tape traders in Philadelphia. I met a bunch of crazy superstars, fell out of love with it. When my nephews got into it, I was like, I really want to do this because I always loved it. And it started at the Mess Brothers Dungeon. After that, Joy and Mark.
All right. How long have you been in now?
On and off for 11 years.
Far too long.
Yeah. If I didn't take a couple sabbaticals, and maybe.
It's all right. Things happen.
Hey, it's all good.
We're gonna kind of rapid fire here to you, Ian. Who or what does Ian Bush draw inspiration from?
There's a couple different things. Really big Philadelphia sports fan. I'm an underdog. I always feel like I have a chip on my shoulder. It's not always just wrestling related. Music, hardcore music. It's always about being outcast and stuff like that, and always fighting to try to strive to be better. And try to, push your limits. But other than that, just like a bunch of different everybody that I watch, I try to take inspiration from, no matter if it's your first time wrestling or, you've been around forever.
Jamal or Flapjack?
Dog, what's up with Flapjack?
I don't know what he's doing. Is he frozen?
You frozen, Jamal?
All right. So, question.
He's big stuck.
I think I know what it is. Hold on. All right, can you hear me
Literally.
now?
It's that Lewistown Wi-Fi.
That is
All right, can you hear me now?
I mean, you're low, but yes.
What do you
All right,
got?
hold
Two
on,
hamsters on a wheel running your Wi-Fi over there?
All right, but you've been up here, so you know what the Wi-Fi is like. So, you've been wrestling over 11 years. What is the proudest moment that you had in professional wrestling, other than your championship win?
Damn, because that was the easy one. Was the first title win in front of my friends and family in a promotion we were trying to build from the ground up. I don't know. Just honestly, I just like going around, meeting people, talking shit, having fun. I wasn't really in this to make money or anything. I was just trying to see how far I could get.
Yeah, definitely. If you had to give any advice to like people wanting to wrestle or like newer in the business, what would that advice be?
Honestly, just to work basics. Basics has gotten me very far. If you don't understand, every single sport has fundamentals and basics. And if you don't understand the fundamentals and basics, you can't take a step after that.
Yeah.
And now we've all been in a substantial amount of time. We've all traveled the roads up and down, left and right. You can omit names if you so choose, or you can name them. It's up to you. What's your favorite road story?
I honestly travel alone a lot because I'm just usually coming from weird spots, or like I work construction. So if I'm getting off the job site at X time, I go. But one of the weirdest ones was probably when a whole fender ripped off Mark's trailer in the middle of North Jersey, going over the turnpike, and I had to run back like 2 miles to get it.
I'm not shocked by that. I'm not. We've all done that.
And
At least twice.
It was so weird too, because like all of a sudden it just ripped off.
That's a rough
Go ahead,
one.
Jamal.
So when you started your journey, what did you expect personally?
I'm honestly obtainable goals kind of oriented, where like when I got in, I just wanted to learn how to do the moves or like learn how it all worked. Then I wanted to have my first match. Then I wanted to win my first match. Then I wanted to win my first title. Then I wanted to get to bigger promotions. Then I wanted to get on and do extra work, which I did with AEW. I just, no matter what, I'll just keep moving the goalpost, but I always try to make obtainable goals.
Nice. So just this year so far, what's one of your matches that you had like the most fun in so far?
I mean, I'll always love beating up Matt Quay. That's my dude, but he step in the ring.
Right.
I don't take it lightly. This year I've had a couple good matches at CZW. I got to I guess technically it's a year now. I was did extra work. Lance Archer jumped on us at AEW, which was cool. But like I said, it's obtainable goals. I'm not just there I don't want to be just a security guard. So that's the next goal probably. So actually maybe have a match on one of these bigger promotions.
Okay, nice.
All right, you mentioned CZW. Near and dear to my heart. This year was that your first Tournament of Death? I saw you there.
Yeah.
What was it like to for those who don't know? What was it like to be the gimmick guy? The go-to, if you will.
So I'm definitely not a deathmatch guy. I definitely don't watch death matches. And so they were coming back to me. They were like, "Hey, you work construction. You have a screw gun. All right, can you do this for us?" So I was kind of calling it on the fly and figuring it out on the fly what I need to build. So I didn't actually even get to watch any of it because I was so trying to figure out how to do everything. Eventually, I got to go out and set the pancake that they set on fire because I had to make sure it didn't fall apart, and I had to remove some screws before. So it was interesting.
That was pretty. Yeah, I saw that firsthand. That was pretty gross.
Yeah. Was it Bobby Beverly and Mickey Knuckles took a hell of a bump off that scaffolding?
They did, yes. Did you have a hand in the exploding bat?
I did not.
Or was that already pre-done?
I think that was a fan bring the weapon bat.
It was the Shark Tooth Home Run Derby match.
Oh yeah, dude.
With Brad Cash and Insane Lane, yeah.
There was a Shark Tooth bat. That was the fans brought maybe better weapons than what I made.
Okay. There's always next year. Would you enter if given the chance? Would you enter next year?
Never. Not next year. No.
I like you.
That's definitely not in my future right now because who's going to build the weapons then if I'm in it?
Hunter said you
Touche.
do like the song.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Flapjack.
So-
Rub Jack.
All right, so you've done a lot. You've done a lot in 11 years, right? So what
I like
can you
to
say?
think so.
You like to think so?
Yeah, I like to think I did a lot, but I didn't.
I mean, they know who you are, so like you had to done something.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, I'm
some
sorry. I
of
didn't
us-
mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. Some of us have to lay on our back sometimes, to get over. Like me, I got to lay on my back.
You lay on your back to put your shoes on.
Damn, your arms are that long?
No. So seriously. So do you see yourself doing this for another 20 years?
Nah. I mean, I don't think I'll ever leave the business completely. There'll be some, but I'm not going to be wrestling for 20 years. I'll be doing something, trying to help the younger generation, try to do something. Not make the same mistakes I made.
I dig it.
I understand.
Shane, your mic's off.
Hey, Taco.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a two-part question, I guess. What is your favorite match of all time, and what is your favorite match of all time, like that you personally did?
Probably Nakamura versus Sami Zayn at NXT Dallas. Probably my favorite match ever.
Okay.
I just don't. Sometimes I don't understand how like people are able to put stuff like that together and tell a story in the ring without even having a story. And other than that, probably what's my favorite match? Me and Matt Quay had a match in Philadelphia at the Oval, which I still haven't seen it. It was right before we came. It's right before we came to Lancaster to wrestle for you guys on your show, and it was in front of the Rocky Steps. Which, if anybody knows, my whole personality is probably based off of Rocky. The whole underdog. And then I got to wrestle in front of the Rocky Steps, which was wild. I never thought I'd wrestle somewhere like that. And it was the match that put me on the map at CZW. It was like, oh, this kid can go.
Nice. Yeah, I know you and Quay killed it at the one Hamburg Fieldhouse show I was at. You guys really killed it. We'll go up to Corey.
Shane asked what your favorite matches were, and then what your personal favorite matches were. Who are your favorite wrestlers?
I stole a lot from Zayn. I like to steal a lot of stuff from Punk, Daniel Bryan. Ultimo Dragon was always my guy when I was younger. I like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It's probably around it. I kind of stopped watching around like I want to say like 04 to like 2011, whenever the pipe bomb happened. And the pipe bomb is when I saw that and I saw a hardcore kid out there doing his thing. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could do this.
All right. I dig it. I'm sad there was no mention of a certain Carino or anything along those lines. I mean, I see it. I see it.
I mean,
I see
we broke in the same place, right?
A young Steve. A young Steve is what I see.
Old now.
I know we are old. Go ahead, Jamal. What do you got?
Flapjack.
All right, so I'm gonna say 4 wrestlers' names, and I want you to tell me, does any of them fit you? Okay.
Yeah.
Ultimo Dragon.
Yeah, I've definitely stolen a couple things from him. My lockup, if you ever see me do the fast step backwards, it's all about that was him.
Eddie Guerrero.
I don't really. I was too much of a Jericho and Ultimo. I never really. Eddie was never really one of my guys.
Lance Storm.
I mean, I hope I'm not boring.
You know he's probably watching it. As you say something like that, like he miraculously is watching.
I mean, if he wants to come say something, he knows where to find me.
All right.
I would hate. I would hate. I would hate to have that match.
Beautiful Bobby Eaton.
I don't go back and watch too much old, but my guy Ryan Vox steals a lot from that era, so I'm sure I stole something from him.
Your tights.
Yeah, I got the Tom Brandy tights. If you would have said Tom Brandy, I actually pulled them out because Corey was.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say the obvious. Who's your favorite person to work with?
I really liked working with obviously Quay. I like working with Ricky Reyes. I've had a couple of good matches with Shane and Stefan. Pretty much, there's too many. There's a lot of people. Oh, Miles Millennium is probably one of my favorite to work. I just like people who want to go out and steal the show. Whether it's 7 minutes or it's 15 minutes, try it and do it the right way. Don't throw a 450 in the first 3 seconds.
All day. 450s all day.
All day. Super kicks and 450s, and then that's it.
I mean, I do a super kick though.
So does Shane. That's fine.
That's all right.
I do shin kicks.
I just do it because everyone else on the Indies do it.
Yeah,
Right.
shin kicks are
I do it
other
'cause-
shit.
I do it because I'm good at it.
Fair enough.
I mean, so this is kind of I ask a lot of people this. What do you think, like, indie wrestling needs, or like wrestling in general? What do you think wrestling needs today?
Me and Mark were texting back and forth the one day, and we were talking about how there's no good places for green wrestlers to go. Everybody wants to be big leagues, and there's really nowhere for the real green people because everything's on camera. So I think if you could build something where there's no cameras and everybody come, I think it would help the business out dramatically if these kids that are in 5 years or less don't have everything on videotape and they can learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, nothing.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. We were texting about bringing that to the dungeon or something.
You said Mark. Mark Mast has influenced all of our careers tremendously. More than he'll ever know. What's one piece of advice Mark's given you that stuck with you throughout this entire journey, if you will?
Probably just to make it make sense. Like,
I dig it.
that's about it.
It don't make sense, then why do it? You know?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make everything make sense.
Very, very good. Makes sense.
If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make dollars, man, and that's what this is about.
Yeah, definitely.
People often forget the word business.
That's what it is, wrestling business.
I feel like a lot of people forget how to tell a story too.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it doesn't even have to be it. Like, people overthink it. Sometimes it's just speed versus power.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this long, drawn out thing in your head. Something the audience can gravitate to.
That emotional connection.
I can do a 20-minute match. But in actual reality, I'm not doing no 20-minute match. What's the point? You're going to be bored within like 11 minutes of the match.
unless
if
they're
the match is
emotionally
done
connected.
right, no one should be bored if the match is done right, though, in 20 minutes.
Right. Right.
Flapjack, we are up to you.
So, what promotion did you like better, television-wise?
Are you talking just any of them? I was an NXT Black and Gold guy for sure. That was, I don't know. My brother used to get all Japan tapes when I was younger too. So it's probably, and he would like make me watch Wrestling and Romance, the Super J Cups. And I remember like going to sleep after like the cruiserweights would go when when the Nitro was. So I'm probably heavily influenced by a lot of cruiserweights, even though I don't really work. I work probably an older cruiserweight style. I don't really work like the new school because I can't do all that. These dudes are freaks.
Yeah. So I'll ask this question, and then we'll cut to a short break, and then we'll come back. So you've been in the business 11 years. What was Ian Bush's first gimmick?
I was the babyface, E.N. Bush, because I looked like I was 16 till I was about 28. So
That is true. I thought you were like 12.
yeah, you should see the pictures from me when me and Ryan. I guess everybody knows when me and Ryan were tagging in SWO. It's It wasn't, it's a wink and a nod. Ziggler was doing heel Ziggler at the time, and I was like, oh, you know what? I think I got something. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I just look like a babyface kid.
Yeah.
Hey, all good. I think all of us look like a baby face at one point.
Now look at us, the 4beardz of wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we said I forget. We were saying that no one can come on the podcast unless you only can have a beard on the podcast.
That's a good thing I just was able to grow this over COVID.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
I haven't shaved once since.
All right, we're gonna cut to a short break, and then we'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Hi, Eric Redbeard here, letting you know that Pro Wrestling Valier, Classic Championship Wrestling, and Seven Mountains Wrestling are uniting. Coming to the York Revolution Stadium, May 20th, 2023. See you there.
All right, guys. We are back. Remember, guys, we do have some awesome shows coming up here shortly. We have April 8th, Seven Mountains Wrestling. We have April 1st, PCWA. Then we have April 22nd, Ultimate Wrestling Empire, where I take on Shane Malice, Bro Keller, and Chris Slay. And then May 20th, we have the York Revolution Stadium in Corey's backyard, where Jamal takes on Eric Redbeard. And remember, guys, next week our guest is Andy Header, that recently just defeated Macway.
Didn't you beat Andy Header?
Yeah,
Ian Bush?
Yeah, beating Andy Header a couple times.
All right.
So how
Fred Earl Hebner one time.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely. Corey, we'll jump right to you.
Kind of a wink and a nod here, Ian. Who's your favorite Dungeon Kid?
Dungeon Kid 2000.
Dungeon Kid Gordo all day. All day. Dungeon Kid Gordo, man.
Dungeon Kid 2000
he doesn't
showed
do
up
much.
in gray sweatpants.
He did. He did.
Yeah,
and the
then
Silver
that's-
Assassin. It was me $7. So Dungeon Kid 2000, we'll take it.
So my wife is saying, I assuming your name is ENLOL. Where did you come up with that?
Because I got some enormous nads.
I mean, EN sounds better than all balls. I mean,
All balls Bush.
I mean, There's a kid out in Indiana, all balls Kevin Giza. I mean, can make that happen.
He don't want that. The
Hey,
Midwest ain't got nothing on the East Coast.
you heard it. Let's do it. Anybody out there in the Midwest, let's do it.
Dude, there ain't
Contact me. We'll set it up.
There ain't no better wrestling than indie wrestling than anywhere but the East Coast.
All right.
Are you still there? Or are you frozen?
He's laying on his back.
I can't even see him.
He's like a turtle.
He's sleeping probably. Fell asleep during the commercials.
He has sleep apnea at 2 p.m.
You think I'm laying on my back?
There we are. There we are. You're like Sasquatch. You move slow and you're blurry.
At least I got a neck. Yeah, you walk like a penguin with no neck.
Wow. All right. What do you got there, Jamal?
All right. So, what was your favorite tag team growing up, and what did they do to make you, use what you've seen?
I mean, I guess the Dudley Boys maybe just because of ECW and being from Philly. I was probably, but also I like the idea of the Hardy Boys because of me and my little brother would pretend to be them. But I'm not really a tag team guy until FTR came around. They kind of changed the game for me.
They are very good.
Yeah, they're very well.
Corey, I think it's time for your hard question.
My hard question. All right.
Is it about concrete?
It's not. No, I don't care about your shoot job. I don't care.
It gets hard.
All right. No. All right. So again, you've been in 11 years. Okay. What does Ian Bush right now, an 11-year vet, if he can go back in time to day one of wrestling school, when Ian walked into the dungeon, what advice would you give him? I think
what advice would I give? Maybe don't take so many bumps. They're gonna hurt later.
Bump cards, yeah. Bump cards are a thing, man.
Yeah, and then I was probably a $170 walking in there. I had dudes like Jamal coming in being like, "Oh, how about I just throw this kid around for about an hour or two?"
Cremator and Ed House and
yeah, just Jason Havoc for sure. He took me under his wing for about 6 months to a year. I don't remember the exact timeline, but it's why most of my stuff looks so crisp. It's because of him.
That's a good wing to be under, man. 100%. It really is. Not many people realize that Jason Havoc has, the mind and the ability that he does. He doesn't get nearly enough credit.
No, especially on the indies now.
Yep.
Well,
go ahead.
Have you ever did any other gimmicks, or was it just babyface Ian Bush?
My cousin wrestled at one point, Melvin, but he disappeared. He went back to Penn. He was researching for some new vaccines or something. But other than that,
I worked against him once.
I've pretty much been myself the whole career.
All right.
I'm with it. Go ahead, Jamal. What you got?
So, if you were wrestle yourself, how would you beat yourself when you wrestle yourself?
I'd
win. Evil you or nice you. Now,
say that again.
The stipulation of the match is on top of a
You keep cutting
hell
out.
in the cell.
I couldn't hear you. You broke up.
The stipulation of the match is that you're on top of a hell in a cell. You cannot go off of it.
I mean, if you can't go off of it, that means I got to try to push myself off, right?
All right.
I just want to say this is like the first time Haley has ever watched our podcast.
Hey, Melvin for the win. Your cousin was popular.
Yeah, people did like him.
Ed House beat him. I led Ed House to that victory. Ed House beat your cousin, so I'm 1-0 against your cousin. It's fine.
Yeah, well, were you out there with Mac Mayhem?
I was 2-0. 2-0.
No, I beat Mac Watt.
Nope, 2-0. I didn't say it didn't happen. 2-0.
Yeah,
I'm claiming it.
That's the lost footage in front of 60 of my family.
Yeah, right. That's why you're on the card. Tell your cousin I'm 2-0.
1-1, baby.
2-0. 2-0. We'll take it.
Apparently, everyone liked Melvin.
They did apparently.
Yeah, but he's a really good scientist.
Fair. Hey, we can't,
Oh man.
He had to go
We're all
back
gonna
to
be
the
good
shoot.
at something.
He had to go back to the shoot job.
We're all gonna be good at something.
So, we also had shit. Who did we have that? I forget. CP. That's great. Tell us your experience about training with Mark. I mean, obviously, Mark had impacts on all of our careers. Obviously, we trained with Mark when I got to. So, tell us about that.
I mean, a lot of rides, going to rentals and whatnot. For in the very beginning, there's certain nights where just nobody shows up, and me and Mark would just talk about psychology or why this was happening and why X, Y, Z would happen, and would this work, and it just honestly just talking for hours about why things work and don't work. Just
it's one of my favorite things to pick his mind and Troy's mind, man.
Oh, we can see them all now.
Hey, there he is.
What's up, Blackjack? Now that we can see you.
Damn, you turned the light on finally?
Yeah, you feel like getting up.
Would you get an idea?
Right.
Yeah.
Good, Jamal. What do you got?
Jamal, what you got?
So, okay. If you could book a show and you only had 5 matches, who would you have on them 5 matches?
Is it anybody in the world?
Anybody. It could be like Roman Reigns versus Matt Quaid. Matt Quaid versus this, you versus that.
Oh,
Shane
nobody I
versus
know
that.
is getting booked.
I was gonna say I see a trend here with Jamal. Matt Quaid this, Matt Quaid that.
Yeah, I mean he's all right, but I mean honestly, I would do it to make money. So it would be nobody I know would be on the card.
Wrestling business.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do concrete anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I get it.
Oh, man.
I get it.
All right.
Sami Zayn would win 5 times.
Fair enough. We got about 20 minutes left, Bush. Do you want to plug anything? Where are you going to be? Socials, where people can find you besides pouring concrete with the union?
Let's get it. Philadelphia, baby. If you're Facebook at Ian Bush EN _ Ian Bush on Twitter and Instagram. First Sunday of every month, I'm in Havre de Grace with CZW, and the third Sunday with in New Jersey with CZW. April 29th. I get the biggest match to date in my career. I got Martin Kirby or Danny Burch at AXW in Hamburg. And then we got April 8th eventually coming up for Seven Mountains, but somehow I never get on the poster. I haven't figured that one out. And I thought maybe I would get on the May 20th show, but once again, like the Lancaster one, I'm not getting I had to interject myself in the Lancaster one and put myself into a 4-way. So I guess we'll see.
Fair.
Anything can happen in the world of wrestling.
Right. It's wrestling.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm not mad about it if you can't tell.
That's
well, whatever.
Right. We all got stuff we have to do. Anybody have anything like one final? Are we good? I mean, we got 20 minutes left. Guys.
I don't know, but Shane just keeps laughing over there.
Yeah, I got one last question.
Yeah.
Good. What do you got?
What was it
All right,
like
we're gonna play a game.
with Earl over the weekend?
It's real funny, Shane. You know, it's me. I believe Corey told me earlier that it's me and you on April 8th.
I didn't want to ruin the surprise, Shane, but I figure why not? Ian lost to a girl. You lost to your dad clearly on a show that he booked that you lost.
Who does?
So
who does your papa have you?
What I think I'm going to do for Seven Mountains, April 8th. Fine, we'll do it. April 8th, ladies and gentlemen. Jamal Booker, man, I'm doing it. I don't care as the interim general manager of Seven Mountains Wrestling. Ian Bush, Mr. Ping, Shane. How about you guys go at it? You like that? We can do that for April 8th. April 8th. Okay.
How about I'm sure your dad has a really nice spot for you on
Bush, I got an idea. Fine. You want to make it better? You complained you weren't on the show in April. Or I'm sorry, May. I'm sorry, you're getting me flustered. You're not in May. We'll make it sweet for you. I'm flustered. You stabbed me in the head. Fine. April 8th. Ian Bush, Mr. Ping, the winner of that match gets a spot May 20th at the United show at the York Revolution Stadium. You want to do that? You want to do that?
I'm sure his dad got a real nice spot for him for me to take.
I mean, look, hey, whoa. We don't be nice. Calm down. Be nice. I know we're virtual. We're virtual, but I can just relax.
All right.
Bush, I know better. I know you better calm down, Shane. I know you're laughing. You find it hilarious. You're like my little brother. I get it. But you can't. Jamal, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I don't care if you don't like it. It's what I had to do, man. As the interim general manager, Seven Mountains Wrestling, April 8th, Ian Bush, Mr. Ping. Winner moves on to May 20th.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys May 20th.
Alrighty.
That was sorry. Like I had to.
It's all good.
I mean, it's not payback for stabbing me or putting me through a table or forearms or anything. It's not payback for any of that. It's just like there's some tension there, and I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's personal stuff with Ian and you, or like if it's business. I don't know, man. I've noticed that it shows a lot. Like there's something there. There is.
Definitely.
And I want to see what happens. What we can do.
In the chat.
He's always the biggest everywhere. Sorry, Jamal. I had to do it, man. I had to do it. I had to make that match for April 8th.
Why are you saying sorry, Jamal?
Should be saying sorry, Ian.
You know what? I can't. I'm just.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess we can close out the show.
I guess.
Guys.
Why? It's only 7:43.
Well, apparently my wife said it. I think it's sexual tension. I don't think, but
your wife's a weirdo, man. Like I don't know. But yeah, I'm sorry, man.
All right. Well, it's just confirmed. April 8th, me versus Ian Bush. Definitely should be a good match.
Winner moves on to May 20th.
Yes, sir. Remember, guys, April 1st, Ceilings Grove PCWA. Myself, I will be there. Jamal will be there, if I'm not mistaken. Corey,
I might show up. You never know. Never know where I'll be.
Next up will be April 22nd. I will be at the Ultimate Wrestling Empire when I take on Shane Malice, Bro Keller, and Chris Slay. And then after that, May 20th, York Revolution Stadium, where Malcolm King will take on Eric Redbeard.
I hope to see you there. I hope to see you May 20th, Shane. I really do, man.
I'm there. And then remember, guys, next week on 3beardz of Wrestling, we will have Andy Header. That should definitely be a good one. Definitely don't want to miss that. Other than that, anyone else got anything else?
I think I'm good. Ian just kind of took it a little bit farther than he should have.
I know he could have at least said bye.
Right. He just, I don't know. I know Mark didn't train him like that. I know Troy didn't train him like that. There's some, I know Vox didn't, my little brother did not, I don't want to say show him the way, but he knows better than to just, than to do that.
I guess we'll find out April 8th, huh?
I guess. Jamal, you got anything before we leave, man? Because, I mean, Ian kind of took the wind out of the sails for this whole thing.
You and Ian took the wind out of the sails.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
I don't think it's personal, but it's kind of personal because
don't blame me, man.
In my head. Listen, what we need
don't blame me, man. I didn't do anything. As your general manager, I did what I thought was right.
I don't know why you keep saying as your general manager.
You know, I had to do what was right.
You did what was good. What?
I did what I think the people want to see.
Do they want to see that?
Look, they were getting they were getting loud. It's not personal. It's not personal at all. They were getting loud. Shane finds it funny, apparently.
I think it's
Shane finds it hilarious. It's whatever. It's not personal.
It was personal, bro. It's pretty shitty of you to say that it wasn't personal.
It's definitely not personal that, you know, Ian copped an attitude and Shane asked a question and Ian copped an attitude.
Hold on.
Brock did bring something up. Maybe it should be hardcore. Maybe then he won't show.
I'm
gonna think. I'll think about that. We'll think about that. We'll see. You know.
First of all, wipe your mouth. I don't know what's that on your face. Oh, it's Ian's ass. Sorry, but listen. You made your decision. Now you're gonna have to live with it. Now the board.
I'll live with it. It's fine. I'll live with it.
I'm pretty sure the board was not talked to about this. So when you talk to the board, you have to explain to the board.
I'll live with it. I'll live with the decision. I'll live with the decision.
You're trying to screw him over. It's understandable.
I am not trying to do anything. Shane asked a question. Shane asked Ian Bush what it was like to lose to a girl.
And
Ian took it. And Ian took it and ran with it. It's not my fault.
It's your fault. It's all your fault. Because guess what? You walk like
whatever. I was brought in as interim general manager. I was brought in for that. It's not my fault that I gave the fans what they want to see. That's not my fault.
You making like throwing a pork chop in between four fat people that it ain't gonna be a fight.
I mean, you know, you have one available? Flapjack? You got one?
We can find it. I don't eat pork, so
pork chop Jones Esquire. Yeah, I'm done. The wind's out of it. Thanks to Ian Bush, Shane laughing at him. I did what I had to do.
So you,
whatever.
The mind of mayhem.
All right.
It had April 8th, whatever.
We'll find out.
In today. Obviously, if you want to find out the results, come April 8th, and then you will see who makes it to May 20th. Thank you, Flapjack. Thank you, Corey.
Yep.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys come next week.
Hold on, one more thing. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. And I want you to know, Corey, we know you were singing, if you want to be my lover, you could be my best friend, as you were saying all that to him.
Hi, Eric Redbeard here, letting you know that Pro Wrestling Valier, Classic Championship Wrestling, and Seven Mountains Wrestling are uniting. Coming to the York Revolution Stadium, May 20th, 2023. See you